What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We're back with another watch along. Just a partial watch along, a chill stream. But we're here. We're here for it. Hey Faizan, what's up? What's up? What is up? 16 for nil. My god, they're already almost there. Hey Karthik, do like and share the stream, guys. We'll be on for like an hour, not much. Just a chat. Already RCB is 2 overs down, 17 for no loss. I don't think this is going to be a long watch along, that's for sure. But I said I would be here for the second half of the stream, so we're here. We're here. Tomorrow we'll probably do most of the stream. Mumbai Indians game. That's what we're going to do. Do you think it's RCB's year? Please tell. I mean, I have to be honest. I'm very worried about Gujarat Titans. And as someone who has to play them tomorrow, I'm very nervous. But consistency wise, I would probably say yes. I'd probably say yes. Faizan, this could be the year. Arshdeep's coming to bowl. Ooh. Oh, they're running. Wow. Arshdeep needed to do way better there. Dilap gone. I told you Dilap's going, Karthik. Once Ornstein said Chelsea are ahead, I had a feeling they're going. I was very, very certain about it. So Dilap is gone. Who else? Dilap is gone. I think Sesko's gone. I mean, we could get Gyökeres, man, but I mean, the only way we get Gyökeres is if the only way we get Gyökeres is if no one else is looking for him at the moment. The record against Gujarat's not good. It's not good. But we only need to beat them once. That's the good news. My God, Suyash today absolutely destroyed them. Yeah, what bowling today. Hey Satvik, good evening. Hope we go for some ambitious. Oops, sorry about that. If that was loud for you guys. Hope we go for some ambitious option rather than the oldie free agent. I mean, I would say if you want to look at it positively, Karthik, I would say the fact that Gyökeres might not be going to any of these players, any of these teams, might still give us a chance. Hello, I think Mbeumo's going elsewhere. Apparently, Newcastle also are interested in him. Let's see. Oh, beautiful shot there by Kohli. Already quarter of the way, no, not quarter, a fifth of the way done this match. Probably going to finish this in 10 overs, if I'm being honest. Hello, Ranjan. Good evening. Arjun's here. What about Dilap to Chelsea? I think that was good. It was good for United. Arjun, if I'm being honest, I have to be honest, Arjun. I didn't want Virat Kohli not happy with that shot. Karthik, Jonathan David isn't old free agent. He's not, but he's going to Napoli. They're basically already, I think he's closing in pretty much. He's going to Napoli. I think it was good for United because most people didn't want Dilap, to be very honest, Arjun. That being said, who knows who we are going to get now? That's the only issue. Today's qualifier is like our Europa final snooze fest. I'll tell you what, man. Underwhelming by Punjab, but great bowling by Hazelwood and Suyash. Suyash down the gates, 3 bowls, I think, right? Almost got a LBW even. I mean, it was brilliant. Or it was two bolts. Down the gates, man. Beautiful bowling. I guess shitting on players you already have doesn't make it easy to convince other players to come in that environment. Yeah, Amaram. I mean, he's not doing himself any favors. He's not doing himself any favors, King Eric. He's not. But at the end of the day, this is how he wants to run it. You can't. If people don't want to come, that's a whole nother story. Can't really do anything about that. Umanga Gimire. What's up? Nothing much. Just chilling. Just chilling. Thought we'd do a little watch along. Tomorrow, Mumbai Indians watch along will probably start around 8:30. I'll have dinner and we'll do the whole watch along of that. Apologies. I didn't expect the match to be so short. It took me by surprise how quick the innings went, so I had to hurry up and get ready for the match. So apologies. I was supposed to come at 9:30, but the match already started before 9:30, so little late. Wasn't expecting it, to be honest. Magu in Bombay, yeah, Maguire, Dallo, and Onana, I think. Hey Abbas, how are you? Just joined. Yeah, buddy, we just started, man. I was supposed to start at 9:30 for the second innings, but things happened and it was not possible. Uh, Need to look up for the above players, okay? John Lusumi, Bisek from Inter, I know. Jan Sommer, I believe that is the goalkeeper. Machin Bulka. Sounds familiar. Nick Woltemad. Yevan Diouf. Martin Friendroop. That's an interesting. Coney de Winter. My god, dude, where have you looked at these players, Chiku? Do you listen to Passenger? No, what's Passenger, dude? What's Passenger? But Napoli already has Belgian cake murderer. Yeah, but apparently they have already asked. Uh, they've already showed Jonathan David they're interested. Someone before the season, even their season ended. So I think he is going to Napoli. We used to have players like Martial, Pogba, Zlatan, Prime Rashford with their individual brilliances. Won us numerous games and few cups here and then. We went on a good run under Ole with them. Now we lack that X factor barring Bruno. Yeah, Kohli out by the way. Wow, he was too daring today. 30 for one, but I think the job's almost already done. I think you make a great point, Satvik. Sadly, everyone thought Bruno Ole's style of football was boring because I don't know compared to after Ole, I don't know what they'd call this kind of football, but football he played boring football. Counter attack if no one attacking, no one wanted it. So, what do you think about the possibilities of United signing Gyökeres? I will say this, Dave. I was extremely skeptical. However, if Chelsea get Delap, Liverpool get Ekitike, and Arsenal get Sesko, barring Barcelona and staying in Sporting Lisbon, I have a feeling we might have a good chance at getting Gyökeres. My God, look how tall that guy is, man. Look how tall that Jameson fellow is, dude. You couldn't even see the umpire on screen. Are you sure the players above mentioned are some of Game of Thrones characters? I mean, I'm not sure, but it seems. I mean, I know some are. Jan Sommer is definitely not. Who's the other one? Lusumi is not. Bisek is not. Voltamate sounds. Bulka is not. The other, I have to admit, the first three I'm not sure of. Singer songwriter, the one who wrote Let Her Go. No, I haven't actually. Suyash Sharma subbed out. Mayank Agarwal subbed in. That's interesting. Do they need a impact sub? 130 match in the IPL 2700. Do they even need an impact sub to make 102 runs? Some kind of weird mind games is going on by RCB. Yeah. Oh my God, he almost got out in the first ball. The last good defensive midfielder United had was Matic. Too slow, man. Too slow. Football is saying Inter sold us Sonana for 50 million, bought Soma for 5, and Soma helped them get to the UCL finals. Why can't we sign such budget good players? How to answer that question, Footballs? A lot of times we think cheap players aren't good and they aren't sexy enough. And people think that if we buy cheap players, we are downgrading in quality. Although we know how good Jan Sommer is. So, no, Karthik, those are real football players. I don't think it's about Oli, ETH, Amaram. We just had better players. My country, mile, our level of signings have dropped real bad. Well, now they're just appealing for everything. Now look at these people. Look how giddy these people are getting at 30 for 1. Look how tall. This guy is massive, man. This Jameson fellow. Hey, Abhijit. Fun fact, Keel Jameson has played for RCB in the previous season. Has he? Is it Kyle or is it Keel? Bob Dylan? I have listened to Bob Dylan, yes. What do you do for a living? I have a small family. I have multiple small family businesses. Whom do you think United can target as their first choice goalkeeper for next season? As long as it's on Onana, I don't even care anymore. If I'm being honest with you, Dave. I could not give a crap as long as it's not Andre Onana. I mean, this goalkeeper problem has been made a problem by Ten Hag and by fans that wanted David De Gea gone. And now we got someone incredibly worse than him. Footwas Nathan's restaurant chain in Goa. All our transfer targets are going disappearing. Ineos can hold that. Omar Barada sitting there in Malaysia saying, what rubbish these people talk, first of all, man. He's sitting there in Malaysia going, yeah, we have plans. We have plans for the window. I'm like, seems like our plans are blowing up in our face, dude. I don't know what plans these people are talking about. Crazy. The fact that they're saying we have plans, no, is insane. Which I support Mumbai Indians, dude. Tomorrow we'll do a watch along after the United Hong Kong game. So by the way, guys, we're doing, what a weird sentence to say. We're doing Manchester United versus Hong Kong tomorrow. And then around 8:30 we will do whatever's left of the IPL match because I need a break, man. Otherwise my voice gets destroyed completely. What? What's happening? They're just appealing, dude. This Jameson guy has no clue what's happening, bro. Seriously. He just thinks everything is an edge. A brilliant idea by whoever's idea was it to get a impact player at 30 for 1 was brilliant, by the way. It's really stupid. Just bring out your regular batsman. I don't know what was the point of this. Imagine Martinez joining United. How pissed the ultras will be, bro. I'll take it. I'll take it, dude. No, it missed. I think doesn't look like a touch. A lot of movement though. I don't have a favorite Bob Dylan song per se, dude. It's all good. Bro, what's your thoughts on Vitek? He has had a great season for Linz in Austrian Premier League. I take him back, Chiku. If we can't afford a goalkeeper and Bayandir wants to go, I'll bring back Vitek. I thought he did okay in the preseason. It's swinging like day one Lords. Not out. I mean, bro, these people were just jumping up and down, bro. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous the way they've been jumping up and down. Still 30 for 1. Punjab Kings vs RCB is a battle of chokers to find out who's the ultimate choker. Ayush is here. Should we go for Kovar buyback? 15 may can't be any worse. Yeah, but here's the thing, Ayush, right? Everyone has this thing where people are reluctant to buy. People are reluctant to buy their players back because then it looks like the incompetence of the owners to sell them in the first place, right, Ayush? So there's always this. There's always this reticence of buying a new player. I mean, buying an old player back. Instead, we should just use Vitek. Vitek's already coming back to us. I know. I think Kovar is better than Vitek, but if everyone doesn't want to spend money on goalkeepers, I just get a goalkeeper that we sent on loan. Bayandir wants to leave anyway. Let him leave. The man plays for a better international team, and he should go to a better team to play first team football. Even if you think he's not good enough for us, we ask him to play like 5 games the whole season and expect him to be sharp. It's not going to happen. So I think we should just get him back. Delap Chelsea done. Here we go. Yes, George, we know. I told you yesterday, George. As soon as Ornstein said that Chelsea are leading the race, I knew it was over. He went to Goodison Park or whatever the new one's called. He went to London. He went everywhere. He went everywhere. My God, the ball is moving crazy, man. Am I RCB IPL final? Am I win? We can hope. We can hope. The moment we act on our plans, every player we need will be holding up a different shirt. Exactly. Can you imagine, Nathan? I started watching football after 2022 World Cup, and due to some strange reason, I chose to support United. I still don't know how it feels to see our club succeed. In time, my friend, in time. Football is cyclical. Everyone that's enjoying it now will not enjoy it in a few years. I don't know why, but I feel Nathan, we will regret not signing Delap. Don't know. I just feel we will. Well, we might regret it if we don't get any striker at all, Abbas. That's for sure. Because we still need a striker. If we get nothing, we'll definitely regret it. That's not even a thought. That's a fact. Nokia and Heaven's Door is a good one by him, but I like the GNR version, the Guns N' Roses version. Version. That is a nice song. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Actually, the Guns N' Roses one is nicer, actually, to be fair. Spanish media just panicking Liverpool with rumors. If it is any other club, Liverpool fans are chill. But if it's Real Madrid, panic button. Bro, Liverpool have showed the way they attack the transfer window is superb. Yeah. Within 1 week, the player they're linked to is signed, man. I don't know. Every other club, we are just sitting there talking. We're spending all this time talking, dude. Talking, talking, talking. Nothing's coming off of it. We're just all sitting there talking. By the way, a third of the runs have been achieved now. 2/3 to go, 68 from 92. Shouldn't we be considering Semenyo as a potential replacement for Garnacho? I mean, if we don't get Mbeumo, sure, Chiku. But I am still hopeful, man. I know it sounds crazy. I'm still hopeful he can figure it out. When did you start watching WWE? I can't even remember. I've been watching it since a kid because my dad used to watch it. I remember my dad used to get WrestleMania. My dad had WrestleMania 3 to 13 tapes. Like I have been watching it forever, man. I couldn't even tell you which year I started watching it in. Like as a baby, like I have like all these old WWF stickers on like folders and stuff. Like my dad also used to love watching it when he was younger. So ages, I couldn't honestly tell you which year. Pre 2000, easily. Saw a report we can swap Osimhen for Hoyland and 40 million. Yes. Well, let's see, man. Let's see. That's a lot of money, though. 40 million and Hoyland for Osimhen. Even if you take Rasmus Hoyland's value at 30 million, paying more than what we got Hoyland for to get a player. Although it was a cheap deal, but you should have done the buyback. Suman, from January, I've been talking about that, buddy. There's no point going on. I didn't want to even loan him in the first. I didn't want him to go on the initial loan to Alaves. Forget the Benfica loan in January. I didn't want him to leave our club. The buyback, you're telling the wrong person. Over 2 years, I've been going on about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Now, whatever, it's our loss now. Bus. It's a loss that we deserve. Simple as that. No excuses. It's a loss that we deserve. However good Alvaro Fernandez becomes, even if he doesn't become world class, we had no left back. Would you sell Bruno for an offer of 100 to 120 for Saudi, or would you like to stick with him? I would like to stick with him, Dave, but here is my thing. The reason I don't want to sell him, the reason I don't want to sell Bruno Fernandes is because I don't trust the owners to spend all the money on players. That is why. Flecken's moving to Leverkusen for 10 to 15 million looks like a decent option. Can't stand Onana now. Well, I didn't like Onana at all, dude. So imagine how I feel. Flecken from Brentford. I've been saying let's ransack Brentford. Someone else is ransacking Brentford. That's how it is. Akmal, like the picture Akmal, big fan. Here we go for Delap, Chelsea, Nathan Brown crying. Bro, listen, I didn't want Delap, so I can't really be a hypocritical Akmal. But if you wanted Delap, then hard luck, brother. I didn't want him because I think we needed more experienced striker. But now if we don't get anyone, we're in real trouble. Then we're in real trouble. Another 4 runs. We're getting close to the halfway now. Yeah, what you said is true, but I think he's great. That's my opinion, of course. And about us signing a striker, I don't think we will sign one. You see, I don't think we will sign one. You see, Gyökeres won't come and we won't pay Oshiman 15 mil after. Oshiman, though, we are not getting only Abbas. This player with money swap sounds possible, but I don't, unless he is willing to take a wage cut that we are not aware of, Abbas, because I'm sure he'll still want to play in Europe for at least for now. So maybe he's willing to take a wage cut. Then maybe. Yes, and Wermo can join Newcastle. They are also interested. That is correct. The best thing that's happened this season that we Man United found you through Mohak Bhaiya. That's the best thing that happened to us this season. Else nothing was good. I appreciate that, Footworth. I appreciate that. But we have to still stay strong, man. We have to give him at least one season. Believe me, dude. I am fed up of the managers we've had, but I have to give him one season, man. Otherwise, it will become like a circus. Not giving him at least one season, it'll just become like a big circus. Yeah. We can't afford that, sadly. It's currently 45 for one. Ooh, edge. Harshdeep. Harshdeep. I'm listening to too many Australian commentators. Harshdeep. Good save. Opinion about Mateta, can we consider him? We cannot, Ayush, because he's in Europe now. If Crystal Palace lost, I think like for people who don't know, I've been saying we should get Visa and Mbeumo from Brentford, Ait Nouri, Cunha from Wolves, and Edison. Those would be the five. If we got those five, I think we would do quite decent next season, even without a striker, because we can play Cunha at striker temporarily for at least one season. Um, Mateta would be my second choice after Visa, but unfortunately, Mateta's price has gone up by at least 20 million because he has won a trophy for Crystal Palace, their first ever trophy. Plus, he's getting to play in Europe. So at least 20 million, in my opinion. Can we go for Araujo as a replacement of Maguire in long term? What are your thoughts? Bro, we can do it, but why would Barcelona sell him to us? We got to get Europe if we want people like Araujo, dude. I mean, there has to be incentivized. They have to be incentivized through coming here as well. For some people, money is not enough, dude. Money is not enough. Look at them. They won a domestic treble and went to a Champions League semi-final. Like, how much? And we can't even pay as much as we'd like even to get these guys. We'll have to pay a respective amount. So it's not worth the move for them. We got to be in Europe. Ooh, Salt goes over on the leg side. One bounce, two bounces, four. 55 for one. Like I said, I think in 10 overs, this game's going to be chased. Let's see. Not that it matters because run rate doesn't even matter anymore, but they're doing it. That's why we put percent on future sales of our academy player sales. Yeah, bro, we have done that, Suman. We are only going to get 5 million. It was a terrible deal on our behalf. Nick Woltermed, forward, tall, technical German striker with strong link-up play. Currently at Stuttgart. Definitely someone we should keeping an eye on. Stuttgart. The kind of team I don't mind. I like that. Chico, the other day I was telling the same thing to Nathan. Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't remember these players, but yes, someone also gave me some recommendations. Bro, listen, these Angelo Stella, I think we were talking about him. What a shot inside out by Phil Salt. 6, flat 6, beautiful. Saurav is saying, hello, bro. Genuine views on Amarim. My personal opinion is that I have seen every player become worse under him except Ahmad. Maybe isn't this the job of coach to make them better? Sort of, if you're asking me for my genuine views, I was very realistic with it to the point where even if we got worse, see, you have to take one thing into account, Saurav. These people have never played a back three formation. Maybe one, two players out of all of them. It is learning on the job, and you can't learn on the job in the Premier League, dude. You can't learn on the job in the Premier League. It's not that easy of a league to do that. Like it's not possible. Um, it is the job of the coach to make them better. A lot of people don't think these players are very good. We're going to see now preseason, sort of. It's all about preseason now, man. I know it's a vague answer, but we've got to give them one preseason and see if they fit, how they work under the system from the very beginning. Mid-season, new formation. He doesn't want to be. He's rigid with his formation. It was never going to work out. Now, does that mean we should finish 15th? No, but we ended up finishing 15th. Don't really have an excuse for that, sadly. Well, then it's either the Palace striker or Hoyland. I want to give Hoyland one last chance. New season, fresh mind, forget everything, start new because I like him. I also like him, dude. He seems to be a solid professional for a young man. Very unfortunate position to be leading the line at 20 years old for Manchester United. No one really does that in the sport. But I don't know. It depends on what we can get now. Now that Chelsea is closer to Delap, Arsenal's going for Gyökeres. You should really think about Osimhen and stop focusing on Delap. Hemant, if I'm not mistaken, I think I think Arsenal wants Sesko now as well. So I think Gyökeres might. I don't know, man. This striker thing is very confusing. Apparently, they might be interested in Sesko as well. Salt with another 46 he's on now, 68 for one. Oh my god, this game might get over in 9 overs, not even 10. Some decent wages and extra bonuses for Osimhen, such as scoring 20-25 goals. Yeah, we could do those player based bonuses for sure, Georgie. It'll be very interesting to see if we do that player money swap thing. I wouldn't mind. I don't want to see Bruno in the deeper role. The brother has no positional discipline and he'll hoof the ball. Abhijit, you know what? I hear you, but I also think it's everyone else's fault because I think other people don't have positional discipline and he does his best to cover up everyone's shortcomings, which doesn't have to be his job because it's 11 people versus 11 people. Everyone should cover their own thing. But I will say this, he is constantly, even not in this formation. I remember times when he would go all the way to left back and right back to cover the gaps or make a wing because the winger would cut inside. He has been trying to cover the gaps of everyone to allow other people to express themselves at the risk of his own position and his own discipline. And I'm not saying he wouldn't do that anyway. He would do that. But he has been a team player to that extent where he tries to fill in the holes of other people. So I don't want to see him in the deeper role either. Basically, Araujo will be sold. Nathan, the fans are pretty mad at him. So I don't honestly think we can afford him, someone. I would rather go for Inacio because at least we can afford him. Chasing players we can't afford is not realistic. Krishanu is saying, "Hey Krishanu, you didn't message me back about that Discord thingy, man. I didn't know what you wanted to tell me. Let me know what you wanted to tell me on X." The fuck PBK has played today, man. Absolute shit. If you can't score 150 in such a match with such a great team, bro. To be fair, I mean it could have been a lot worse, dude. Uh, Omar Zai scored 18 and Stoinis scored 27. That is 45 out of the 102 runs. It could have been a lot worse, dude. They might have not even got 80. That was that eighth and ninth, seventh and eighth wicket partnership kind of gave them a chance because they did defend 111, right? Who did they get out for 95? Rajasthan? I don't remember, but I saw the game. They defended 111. Nathan, how did you become a United fan? I became a United fan because of Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Trigo. Later on, Tevez went on to join that shit blue side of Manchester. Yeah, but we also didn't handle his contract well. He got pissed, and then now all of United hate him. Which is fine. It is what it is. Can't do anything about that. Mushir is coming on to bowl, and I think he's going to be sent. Agarwal 8 and 9 deliveries, bro. What impact player he is? I don't know. He's playing test match innings, dude, to chase 100 runs. 9 of 10. Ridiculous, man. Should have just bought. They should have just used the regular lineup. This impact play is nonsense. Um, it started with me looking at Beckham's halfway goal, dude. I was a kid. I had no idea what is Manchester United. So I always tell people this. I started because of David Beckham. I stayed because of Sir Alex Ferguson. And at the time it was so long ago, there was no like internet and all to go like, hey, how good is this club? I just started following Manchester United like that. and the rest is history. I wish I could give you a crazy romantic story, but I thought that halfway goal line goal was magical. And then I used to just watch cricket, and then I kind of started watching a bunch of other sports as I moved to Goa, and I just started following Manchester United like that, man. That's it. And I fell in love with it. So Alex Ferguson made me fall in love with Manchester United. I love David Beckham, but I love Manchester United because of Sir Alex. Still agreed personal terms with Madrid. We could have gone for him before going for Cunha. That's because apart from the Arsenal, name one team who wanted Cunha, and now Cherky Links is coming with City. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough transfer. And ooh, oh, can keep it in. He cannot. Oh, this has been a bad over for Moshir. Another impact player doing absolutely nothing. 18 from 74 required. Oh, this game's going to end quick. Not Angelo Stella. Why are you talking the language of fighting? Stella is our guy. The striker can be a great striker. Very, very tall, excellent liquor plate dribbler. Salt is so underrated. Bro, I'll tell you one thing though. This I've seen two hard L's. That one RCBL, that Livingstone has been an absolute L, bro. Oh, don't tell me got out. What was that? Bro, there's no. Don't even bother. What are we doing? For what? There's 18 runs, bro. Oh, he's checking it. The L, RCB took a big L, dude. Livingstone has not performed. And we have taken a big L with Jacks, dude. They have gotten the odd wicket while they bowl, but they have not. Those are our overseas players. We have taken a couple of L's this season. What's up, Ranjan? You came and went back, buddy. How have you been? Oshman wants 20 to 24 million salary. Cristiano, it's not happening, bro. Unless he's okay with a wage reduction. I don't think he wants to go to Saudi. He might ask for a wage reduction. Because if Chelsea is not willing to pay for you, Cristiano, we are definitely not going to be paying for him. Sugar better. Ateta wants Sesko, but their board wants Gyökeres. Interesting. Nathan, since Modric is leaving, will you take him in United for 2C? I mean, it'll be free ticket or leave. Come on, bro. Would I take Luka Modric? Of course, I would take Luka Modric. Dude, come on. Thoughts on menu progression and Amarim system for next season? I have no clue, Ayush. I'm very worried about if menu can fit the system or not. I'm very, very worried. Can't lie. It's covering other people's holes. Legend Nathan. I really forgot about. I'll message her. No problem, Cristiano. It's all good. No rush. I also think we need to approach this logically and focus on players who realistically fit within our budget. I'm not sure we can afford someone like Awesome. And well, we can afford Gyökeres because Gyökeres is not asking for that kind of wages. If we can afford Cunha for the same price, we can afford Gyökeres. The thing is, the wages are the issue, Chiku. And I don't know, man. I don't know what we'll get. What are your picks for United this season? What do you mean, what are my picks, Eamon? Can you please elaborate? You mean, what do I think they're going to finish? What are my transfer picks? What do you mean? And he got out as well. I mean, this is a weird impact player to 19 from 13. Come on, man. Bring on Livingstone and let's move now. Let's not stall this match any longer. This match should be over in 10 overs. KKR, which team you support? Alu Biryani, love the name. Mumbai Indians. You're going to see me tomorrow. And hopefully I don't rage. Tomorrow, I think 8:30 we'll start our watch along. I'll eat dinner because I have to take medication. And then we'll do it. And then 5:30 we'll also do the Manchester United versus the Hong Kong national team match. Man, it's such a weird thing to say. Saying it only is weird. I don't want to see Hoyland play for United anymore. I was fighting for him on every front, but I'm done with him. Abhijit, we might not have a choice. So just bear that in mind for your patience. Absolutely agree with this impact player rule is and has been shit. No, it's not a has been. It depends on how you use it. No, Cristiano. Like, they need 50 runs. They are changing their batting lineup to bring in Agarwal for what? Like, what does he do? They need 50 runs in like 15 overs, dude. Just bring on Livingstone and get on with it, dude. Rajat Patidar is come on now, the skipper. Or is he not the skipper? I don't even know who's the skipper in RCB. Is it Jitesh? Is it? It's not Virat. It's Jitesh or Rajat, right? One of them. They should stop it now and bring concussion substitution role permanent for X. Like, okay, interesting. X like for like subs would be better in my opinion. Interesting. Krishna probably also have big club owners footage. Livingstone is the Maratha version of cricket, played for every big club without much great impact except some spells. Gyökeres wants UCL Alu Biryani, but if I put it this way, if Ekitike is going to Liverpool, if Arsenal apparently might look for Sesko now, and Chelsea got Delap, Gyökeres either, unless Barcelona go for him, Gyökeres is either going to go to a team with Europe or he's going to play at Sporting Lisbon. Because I don't think Chelsea are going to buy two strikers. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Anything can happen, I suppose. Nathan, were you in favor of Ineos or the Qatari owners? And please explain why. Football, it's very, very simple. Fantastic question. Qatar, simple. Hold on. Phil's on 49, and now he's on 50. About 15 runs to go. Hopefully, they finish in 10 overs, so we don't have to watch this rubbish anymore. Completely one-sided hammering. Our Qatari, because very simple. Full ownership. It's as simple as that. One was full ownership and one wasn't. I would have taken anything that would have been full ownership, and they were the only ones offering full ownership that we are aware of. I meant transfer picks: Mbeumo, Cunha, Visa, Aitnouri, Edison. If we get those five, even if we get 4 out of 5, even if we get 3 out of 5, and we get some other players, I'll be very happy. Impact players, so they should not leave early for Preetis. Maybe, man. How the fuck this guy plays in every league and fails and still gets contract? Excuse me. Oh, he goes wide. Slices. Looks like it's going for 4. Yes. 10 runs to go. I don't want. Oh, sorry. I don't want us going for Oshman. Remember how we got our ass humbled by FTJ Saga? Exactly. Even I kind of don't want him. Focused on him, and then we got 40 million, Anthony for 100 million, and Oshman has fucked up Chelsea last season because of wages. I'm okay not getting Oshman, dude. Sounds too expensive anyway to me. The impact player rules have affected all rounders so much now we don't see foreign all rounders in the starting 11. I'm good, Sachin. I live in Goa. Where are you watching from, Sachin? Let us know. Hong Kong head coach Ashley Westwood is an FA Youth Cup winner. I know. Abhijit, would you like to know a fun fact? When Ashley Westwood was used to do commentary for ISL and I League, he actually worked out in my gym once because they used to be in Goa. Um, I'm not even joking. I ran next to him in a treadmill. This was when they used to do ISL. He was an ISL pundit. For whatever reason, he came to Goa. Maybe to do the match. I don't know why he was there, but he was there. And yeah, I actually ran next to him in our gym. He's a surprisingly big fellow in person. Bro, Ramos in PSG on loan or even Kolomuani. Kolomuani, dude. I don't know. That guy is a floppy flop, isn't he? That guy, I'm worried about that fellow. He's like the new version of Jovic, isn't it? They both came from Frankfurt even then they. Do you know Rayan Parag has been one of the great spinning bowling options, wicket taker in the domestics, but because of the impact player rule, he hasn't got much chances. To be fair though, he doesn't mind bowling himself in the IPL, doesn't he? He backs himself. I like it. Osherman's attitude off the pitch is a concern. We might be inviting more drama into the dressing room. Not sure he's the right fit. Your thought? I agree with you, but now I also thought the same thing about Cunha, dude, and Cunha's already come. Oh, sorry. Unofficially, he's agreed to sign. However you want to call it. Unofficially, he's a United player, and people say the same thing about him. So let's hope it's not that bad. I think Delap is a smart signing for Chelsea, but Gyökeres can be a missing piece in the puzzle. Chelsea have excellent crossers. They need a tall guy with physicality who can convert those chances. I agree. I think it is a good signing. Arabian owners are better than most American owners, in my opinion. I hate City to my best, but I watched City CEO video and he has great views about the football and running a club. Yeah, I think that is quite a fair assessment to have. I think the reason City is successful is one, money, and two, management. I think management has done a great job reviving this club. We need to be 100% debt free for a rebuild, as Chelsea was after that Russian man sold the club. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. For me, every all the social justice warriors were like, no, no, we can't have him. We can't have him. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You always go for the debt free option, bro. If you really love your club. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm from Shimla. What is your profession? I have small little businesses, Sachin. Bro, that ground at Dharamshala is so awesome, man. Seriously. Who do you support, Sachin? Do you support United? Have you joined in because you're IPL fan? Like, do you support watch football or cricket or both? And who do you support? How the F did these Glazers get inside a club? Who let their ownership? Was there a hand of Sir Alex Ferguson? No, they bought the club on debt, dude. They bought the club on debt. The club had to be sold, and they bought him on debt 17 years ago. Basically, they have funded the club by buying it on debt. So Alex had no say in this because owners are owners. To be honest, people talking about getting Vardy, Muller for one season, we actually forgot that Griezmann is there too. And to be honest, he can play in that inside forward as a striker too. Ain't much of a risk. Yeah, but bro, you're forgetting that time when we thought we were going to get him and then he couldn't leave because he didn't want to. Something happened regarding transfers, and he didn't want to leave the club in a tough spot. So we aren't going to go back to Griezmann, I'm sure. Kiran is saying pull is gone, DNA is gone, DNA is gone, game is gone. It feels like the beginning of an end. I'm not willing to say that just yet, Kiran, but I understand what you're saying. 4 runs to win, by the way. What is that? I said 10 overs, right? How many overs up? I haven't 9.5. Called it. It's honestly surprising we're not even considering Jonathan David. He scored 59 goals in 3 seasons for Lille, and it's not even official that he's joining Napoli yet. Yeah, but it could be one of those, it could be one of those handshake agreement things, Chiku. That's the only thing. Brevard back, but now as a striker. He was a striker in the youth academy. He got misprofiled. And the people started using him deep in midfield. I don't know if you know this, or maybe you know it now, but when he was in the youth academy, he was a striker. That's why his finishing so good. RCB winning the IPL, very possible, Ayush. I'm a Man United fan, bro. Not too much clear, only football. Please visit Shimla someday, and Can I know what business you do if you don't mind? Yeah, I do food and decoration business. Can United go for Ollie Watkins? Too much money, Alu. And they are going to be very unhappy that we ruined their chances. So they're going to really hike up that price. And it's over. Patidar with the innings. 6. 106 for 2. Punjab Kings get hammered in 10 overs. Exact. Hard luck. Hard luck. Let's see, is there anything going on Twitter at the moment while we're here? We'll chill for another half an hour, guys. If y'all are free. If y'all are not, we'll cut it short, no problem. Tomorrow, anyway, we are going to do the United watch along and the Mumbai Indians watch along, so we can always reconvene tomorrow. But yeah. Let's see. 1 win away from. So a place in the Champions League and a European trophy. Did Arsenal just have a better season? Did Chelsea just have a better season than Arsenal? Let's not go there, dude. Let's not go there. Nope, nothing at the moment. Oh, hold on a minute. RB Leipzig's price for Benjamin Sesko is set at 92.5 million pounds. Looks like Gyökeres is going to Arsenal. Never mind. Eurofoot, that is. Eurofoot. Did you hear what Thierry Henry said? Harshvardhan Kapoor met Onana and Dallo in Bombay. So that guy is really milking it, isn't he? Thierry Henry says Manchester United have played in 5 finals in the last 5 years. If the United everyone laughs at, whereas for Arsenal, last 3 years of building, they've not reached a final. There we go. There we go. Somebody who's won everything he can possibly win at Arsenal. Great job, Thierry Henry. I always knew you were aware. You had awareness. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to see people with sense. No, it's wonderful to see people with sense. Anyway, forget watching all this now. Let's go back to the chat. If we bet GT, I think we can win this. If we beat GT, yeah, I think GT was the favorites, man. I can't lie. Thank you, bro. Do you live alone or have a family? Isal Cup Namde, let's go. Why will we support? You're going to see me crash out tomorrow, Akshat. Mumbai Indians. It was great chatting with you, Nina. I really appreciate your quick response. I have to head out now. Good night. Good night, Chiku. Take care. We're gonna end soon too as well, so there's no issues. Yeah. See you tomorrow if you're free. As a Liverpool fan, I think if United want to come back in the picture, they should focus on signing more PL proven players. They already signed players from other league, but that's the problem. Like Alu Biryani B. The Premier League proven players are all expensive when they see Manchester United being interested. If we That's why we are going outside most of the time because they see us coming and they try to rob us basically. At least we should keep Juan Garcia as a priority right now, to be honest, because Barca's in the race to sign him. Got to move swift. He costs around 20 million, to be honest, for a good shortstopper and prevented Espanyol from relegation. But would he go to a Barcelona being an Espanyol player, dude? That's crazy, right, bro? Never thought I would support MI, but just to make sure RCB continues their legacy of not winning, I have to support MI. Surely Arsenal are going for Gyökeres. Yeah, after I read that, surely 92.5 million. I wouldn't buy him even if I had the money. 92.5 million for a 21-year-old player that plays in Leipzig. Sorry. I saw how it worked out for Christopher Nkunku for 60. I'd be crazy. The main question is, can we even sell our players? I think most of them will go on loan. That's right, Ayush. That is the main question. Well, what kind of scam these Bundesliga teams are doing, man? Even Job is going to Stuttgart, Dortmund, and he's a box-to-box midfielder in 2 years. That same guy will be 120 million. That's assuming if he maintains the trajectory of Jude. You never know. You never know. Henry has more awareness than about Arsenal than Arteta. You said it, not me. Are you? I'm not, Sachin. I'm not. Arsenal fans are fighting TT for Arteta. LMAO is here. RCB 2025. One step left. I'm a CSK fan. I hope GT or PBKS wins the IPL. Come on, man. Prefer MI winning over winning sixth though RCB. Oh yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Andrew Tate and not again, bro. These guys can't leave it alone, right? Anfield sector is saying offers are being sent back and forth between Liverpool and Leverkusen. Leverkusen are trying to get a player out of Liverpool, and you can assume an agreement will possibly be reached this week for the transfer of Wirtz. Ten Hag is trying to get a player from Liverpool, and I love it. I love it. Hopefully uses his brain. Oh, look at this. Somebody's complaining about how much we pay Bruno Fernandez. I can't deal with this, man. I can't deal with the people like this. I just got to know this on, I won't say the names of the creators because that's not fair on them. Rashford 300k, Casemiro 350k, Bruno 300k, Mount 250k, Shaw 200k. The thing he does not tell you is that Bruno just got 300k this season and Mount was being paid more than Bruno. That's the one thing they don't say. And he goes, "You got to be effing kidding me. What are we even paying for? What are your thoughts on this?" I'm like, "Bro, get your head out of the dirt. People knew that 2 years ago the prices of these players. This guy found out yesterday that we are paying these players this much money. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, Twitter can be entertaining. Twitter can really be entertaining because it shows you how many people are not aware at all. Not aware at all. Football has finally found its Yaya Toure regen. Remember that name, Sekou Kone. Here we go. Bro, these people, one day they see person play one game in Malaysia. No, now they're saying Yaya Toure regen, dude. Come on, yaar. How crazy is that to say Yaya Toure regen, bro? People are insane, man. Insane. From that game, they got that. Barca pulling shenanigans, man. They extended Chesney for 1 year and Ter Stegen is staying 90%. They are going to buy Juan Garcia and loan him to Valencia for 1 year. That's the deal they're going to have. Chesney's definitely earned his contract. ETH wants Harvey Elliott. Interesting. Permanently. Wow. Why would he go though? Would he go? Isn't Harvey Elliott a scouser? That'll be tough. Why do you think Jay Shah's prepared a script if Punjab Kings will come back to the finals and beat RCB? As an RCB fan, this will hurt. Got to be honest, I think Mumbai or GT can beat them. I wouldn't be worried about that. Could be Curtis Jones. Could see him. ETH kind of player brings the calmness and progression. Carreras' deal to Real Madrid has been confirmed. Do you think Real Madrid mainly wanted him because he performed well against Yamal? Nah. Spanish left back in it. Fantastic season at Preston North End. Fantastic 18 months at Benfica. Started most of their games at 22 years old. Their left back is injury prone. They need cover. I don't think so. Tivai is here. Joan Garcia, Wharton, Edison, Dibbling. Dibbling's already apparently going somewhere else. Tivai. Where are you watching from, by the way? Welcome to the channel. Munoz. Ooh, I love Munoz from Crystal Palace. Grimaldo. I don't think ETH is going to sell us any players, dude. Jonathan David and Mbamo. Who you got for the rest of matches? Please predict, or you think MI will win? I think if we get past GT, I'll favor us. But as of now, I think GT is going to beat us tomorrow. To be honest, death killer. Bruno deserves every penny, bro. He's putting Mount and Shaw and Rashford in with Bruno, and he just realized that's how much they're getting paid. Shocking. Yeah, they were in Mumbai today. I think it's for today. Yeah, it's today because tomorrow there's a game, isn't it? Unless they're not playing in that game. They're definitely in Mumbai today, though. What's your top target striker? I would happily take Gyökeres. Give me Gyökeres or Visa. I'll take Visa because I think he's the only gettable player left. That won't be that expensive. And we won't have to pay that much wages to him. Or just sign a new player for dealing with 17-year-old winger. One touch pass, like the name. Dilap Chelsea done. Here we go. We saved. Feel sad for Preeti Zinta. Still got another game. You watch F1? I do not, Abbas. I do not. Is it true Garnacho asked his agent to offer himself to Madrid? No idea, Alu. And I think his agent is his brother, who's a bigger shithouse than he is. So I wouldn't take their word for it anyway. Bro, Garnacho succeeds, but next season for Mount is so crucial. Hope he can keep himself fit. Ayush, I think he's got to go. I would have sold him this season if someone would buy him. He's missed half of the. If he's been here for 2 seasons, he's missed over more than one season of games. Easily. Can't do it, man. At 250K to miss half of your playing, more than half of your playing time here. One quote fits Ter Stegen, Nigel is saying, well, that is, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Bro, I would not leave if I have a contract. It's as simple as that. I would not leave. I know it sounds shitty, but I would not leave. Do you see City going for any right back? Because as much as I've seen that Baldy is playing Mateus Nunez right back, nah, bro, let him play. He thinks he's a right back, just like he thought Guardiola's a left back. And everyone I mentioned that to, they were like, he plays for Croatia at left back. I'm like, bro, Croatia got hammered in the Euros. Did you see him play left back? He got cooked. Pep's system allows the opposition to get overwhelmed, and that is why he gets away with playing players constantly out of position, constantly. Mateus Nunez left wing, right back, Nathan Ake left back, Akanji left back, Rico Lewis in the midfield. Like, he gets away with this shit because Man City mostly overwhelm their opponents, dude. I'm telling you right now, Josco Guardiola, no crosses, makes late runs into the box to try and get a shot off. No overlapping, no underlapping passes, no crosses. He just gets away with it because he plays in Pep's thing, bro. Bro, you saw how badly Croatia got cooked on his side. He got cooked every game for Croatia. It's different, man. It's different. If they are willing to play so many people out of position, he should continue doing that. But do you think if Maguire would have played for India, will India lead in Asia? No, dude. I don't think so. Visa, which club, bro? Visa, Johan Visa, dude. Brentford, the Brentford striker. Visa plays for Brentford. Mason Mount is just Luke Shaw as CDM. I mean, as Cam. Yeah, but the only difference is, Alu, that Luke Shaw, it's a miracle Luke Shaw still can play football after the double leg break he got. I know plenty of players who never even, who retired way before 30 years old with the same injury. So it's a miracle he can still play football. What level the football is, we will see next season. Probably will go after next season if we can't sell him this season. I see Amarim getting in more players next season and getting rid of some of these players. Even if Amarim's here or not, need to go. So Luke Shaw is sadly one of them. And just for the record, it's coming from me, guys. Take a look at this. This is old, okay? This is not new, so don't laugh at me. But I'll just show you something. Okay? See this. I'm saying Luke Shaw has got to go. Yeah. By the way, I don't care about wallpapers. That's why I haven't changed it. But I'm just trying to make my point. Just trying to make my point. He's got to go. No doubt about that. No doubt about it whatsoever to me. Visa from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Brentford, yeah. Who will buy him Mount? That's the question. Nobody's that naive. Exactly. Exactly. I saw a video of Ghana showing middle finger to fans. It's so sad to see how he's turned onto the fans. Yeah, but apparently the Malaysian fans were booing them or something. I don't know, man. They shouldn't even have been there, to be honest. What club do you think Ronaldo should go to? Apparently, he's trying to pick a club that's in the Club World Cup. No clue. I think he should come back to Portugal, though, in my opinion. Ronaldo to Al Hilal. He wants to play Club World Cup. Bro, if he does that, the Al Nasser people are going to lose their mind. Acha, wo wala visa. Yep. Have you seen the news that the new centre back who came from Kazakhstan or something? Apparently, Pep is having a beef with 1920, or that's why he ain't playing him. Kusanov? Bro, he can't even speak English, man. They throw him into the deep end without being able to even communicate with their players. Crazy. How about we sack the club? Manik talk. Yo, Manik. Would you take Mastan to Ono? He, Cunha, Osman gonna cook together? I would take him, but apparently other people are interested in him now. Why do you think after the Club World Cup, the Ballon d'Or rankings will change? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think Dembele should get it if PSG wins. Simple as that. Simple as that. Maybe Rafinha because he did the domestic trouble. If one of them don't win and someone else wins, it'll be really weird. If Bruno leaves, who should be the captain of United? I think Ugarte can be. Bro, Ugarte is not even getting game time. Amarim made him got him his come up in Sporting Lisbon. Finally reunited with him here in United. and he doesn't even play him for 90 minutes in the Europa League at all. And for the last couple of months, he's been actually favoring Bruno and Casemiro as a double pivot. So how can Ugarte even be the captain when he's not even getting selected to play? Can we go for Mateta, bro? Do you think Xerxes can play as striker? Well, Xerxes says he's not a traditional number 9, dude. He's a 9.5, whatever the hell that is. Mateta, not possible. Anyone in Europe is going to be really hard, dude. Whatever the European competition is. Luke Shaw, Hoyland, Onana had to go, and Rashford, Sancho, Anthony should also be sold. I think we'll only able to get rid of Rashford, Sancho, Anthony. Luke Shaw, not possible. Plus, we don't have a backup at left back. Ayush, I know that people don't care, but it's true. Onana, we are not really looking for a goalkeeper, and Hoyland, I don't know what striker we're going to get. First three will be really impossible. I think Ronaldo needs to stop. It's over, man. The more he plays, the more memes. Why though, Ruchi? He top scored again for Al Nasser in the Saudi League. They don't have a good enough team, overall team. That's why Al Ittihad keeps winning, no matter who their manager is. Ronaldo looks set to pull a Luis Figo in Saudi. That would be crazy. If he seriously joins Al Hilal, who overtook them for second this time. Masan to Ono, I can see him going to City. City pulled them out of the Worths race. They're going to sign 2-3 wonder kids. I can feel it in my pulse. Letusan Mohanta. We actually need a Cavani like signing. That would be. We need an experienced striker. I agree, Letusan. I agree. Allegri to Milan. Here we go by Fab. Yes, someone messaged when we were live yesterday. Someone said that Ayush. Yeah. Did you see that clip of AFTV members singing Champions of Europe? We'll never sing that to Barca Femini in the UWCL, even though Barca Femini has more UCLs than them. What brain dead people. Your words, not mine, my friend. Your words, not mine. What do you expect? Setia Gold wild for Argentines. Alvarez, Echeverry, now Mastantuono. Yeah, but Alvarez went after one season because he didn't want to be backup. He was too good. And I agree with him. He was too good to be anybody's backup. Echeverry. Bro, they keep these players as backups. They'll all want to leave. Trust me. No one wants to sit on the bench and be part of Pep's rotational service. Vibes is great and all when you're winning, but when you're not winning, people want to bounce. What about Tell? He definitely leaves Bayern. Does he go back to Spurs we were linked with him? No, he's not going to come to us. He's not going to come to us. Shaw will either retire or leave on a free. Do you think Man United should sign a new manager, spend 100 million plus again? I definitely don't think that, Akshat. I definitely don't think they should do that. I want to see. You brought up Luke Shaw. Now I want to see when his contract is for. My God, I'm almost scared to see, but let's see anyway, out of curiosity. Luke Shaw. Oh my God, I'm almost too scared to see this. 29 years old. In July, he'll be 30. Where is it? Contract until 2027. Oh no. 10 million for Luke Shaw. Someone wants, we should take it. Bro, Al Nasser Ashai, John Duran, remember him? They do remember him. And sack him again. Amas Diego Leon might be rotating option with Dogum be main left back. Yeah, it's a risk to play all with no experience, too young, but we need to do this and trust kids now. I've been told that Diego Leon is going. Sorry, I shouldn't say I've been told. I'm not a reporter. I've heard that Diego Leon is going to come to Manchester and go straight on loan. And I hope to God they'll loan him to Spain or the championship, dude. I don't loan them anywhere else, man. Loan them where he can actually play football. Cunha done. Are going for Mbeumo for real? Well, us and Newcastle seem to be interested unless more people come out of the frame. Basically, by Monday we are going to know who's coming for who, Ruchir, because June 1st all the loans and everything ends and the transfer window like opens, for everyone. Some people are not doing it because now, like us geniuses, we are on tour. Some people are waiting for the Champions League final to be done. So basically, Monday it's going to be all out. Everybody's free to do whatever they want. Let's see what happens. Do you think we should consider Calvin Lewis? He was highly rated. Calvert Lewin? No, buddy, please. He's too injury prone. Unless Calvin Lewis is somebody else. Is Calvin Lewis someone else at Everton? Or are we talking about Calvert Lewin? Let me have a look. Calvin Lewis. No, it was Calvert Lewin only. Thank God. I'm not aware of this player. No, too injury prone, sir. Not possible. I mean, not a good idea. To be honest, we should have signed Ole as a scouting agent when we had time. Man United wanted Haaland, Caicedo, Bellingham. All of them would have been below 30 million. Now crazy. Well, he was giving Haaland to us for 5 mil. And Ralph Ragnick was giving wanted Caicedo for 3 million. So Bellingham, you could say he could still have gone to Dortmund, but the first two we would have definitely got 10, 12 mil. How much money did we get from the Alvaro Fernandez deal, Nikesh? Well, if he goes for 50 million, we'll get about 10 million pounds. It sounded like a good deal, right? We went Ineos is cooking, buyback clause, sell on clause, and then you find out how much he's going to go for. And then they're not really cooking, are they? The same deal they did with Sancho. We thought they're cooking, they're going to be obligated to buy. There's no way they're finishing at 13. And then there's a fine where if you don't want to buy him, you can pay 5 million and take him back. These deals were not foolproof, Nikesh, and we gave them a lot of credit for it, and now we got screwed both ways. Won't get enough money for Alvaro, and we can't offload Sancho. So if you think they are cooking in business, they're not even cooking in business anymore, Nikesh. That's how far it's gone now. Do you think if Ange gets extension, that Spurs will commit similar mistakes like United did to ETH after FA Cup win? I'll be honest with you, Alu. If Ange doesn't change his tactics, it's going to be more of the same next year. That's all I'll say about that. Congratulations, because now it depends on how many players they get. They're going to be playing in Europe. They're going to have a whole bunch of extra games to play that they didn't have this season. Well, that's not true. They are going to have. I mean, it's not more games, but the competition is tougher, and it depends on what they buy. It's going to be it's going to be tough for them. Let's see how they balance it. Is Gordon out of favor? Newcastle, Harvey Barnes is benching him, and much as I've seen, he's been a rotational player now. Yeah, it's weird. That left wing position thing's weird. Maybe one of them. See, I don't think either of them will leave, bro, because Anthony Gordon just got there for big money. Harvey Barnes didn't. If anyone goes, it'll be Harvey Barnes. Maybe it's someone we should look into, but I don't know if he fits the system. I don't want to just buy players because they're good. If they don't fit the system, we're in trouble. Do you think CR7's juniors game is deteriorating as he's spending his crucial years in Saudi? No, no, no. I don't think so. I don't think it necessarily works like that when you're that young. But it would be nice if he went to another team. Maybe I don't know how they would manage it, but maybe he shouldn't have left United's youth team. I don't know how that would work exactly, but maybe he shouldn't have. Have DCL scored this season? We already have Oilen and Mount. He has, but not many. So we need to go for Joe Bellingham. He's going to Dortmund, Nikesh. Dortmund or Stuttgart. He's going to the Bundesliga. Ragnick also wanted Julian Alvarez. That's right. He also wanted Julian Alvarez. He also wanted that Konrad Laimer. He also wanted Konrad Laimer. We didn't want to listen to him. We thought we knew better. Buy him back, sell him for 50, easy, 30 million probably is possible. It's not possible to buy him and sell him in the same transfer window, Georgie. If we buy him, we got to at least play him for a year, much like Alvarez. Alvarez got sold. Julian Alvarez got sold in 1 year. He was trying to come back to England allegedly for Liverpool. You can't make the same move for the same player in the same transfer window. You got to wait at least 1 year. And if we're not going to use him, I don't want to waste his career anymore, Georgie. Ratcliffe wants Ten Hag to be back. They believe that Amram is bad and are ready to sign all the players that Ten Hag wants and give him a 10-year and stick to his plan. Every team that won a European title this season had an Argentine captain in the squad. Romero, Enzo, Martinez soon. We can hope. Only two players we can sell in this market are Garnacho and Anthony. Fact. I mean, Rashford could go, but not probably not for big money. Start of 2024 season: Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, Ahmad, Garnacho, Hoyland, Xerxes, Mainu, Bruno, Ogate, Dallo, Shaw, Mazraoui, Delict, Martinez, Euro, Mount. If only ETH had better recipe, we would cook. Barnes is injury prone. Yeah, that's also there. Ange has a decent first team. He needs to upgrade that to any injuries in the IF. Yeah, especially to Van der Ven, whose hamstrings get constantly tested by his recovery pace. All right, Nate will be leaving by. Good night. Ayush will be closing up soon as well anyway, buddy. Take care. Thank you. I think Bangalore is going to lift the cup this time, Aprajita. I think they have a really good chance as long as GT gets knocked out tomorrow. What will happen to the promoted teams? Do they even have a chance? It depends. If Burnley is going to play the way Burnley did with Company, then no. If they're going to play the way Russell Martin played with Southampton, then no. They're going to have to play more like Luton Town, who was what few points away from staying up, who unfortunately are now in League One. They've got back-to-back demotions, which is really sad. Their story was crazy. To watch games at the Kenilworth Road felt like you're watching games in the 1950s again. Um, if they play more like Luton Town, maybe one of them can survive. Maybe. Bro, I think we need to go for one midfield player option in the season like Eze. I think it's going to be Mbamo or bust, Nikesh. Eze, I'm telling you, anyone in Europe, dude, they're going to ask 80 to 100 million, 60, 70, 80 to 100 million. We're not getting anyone cheap, which means we're not going to buy anyone. Crystal Palace centre back Mark Gay is talking to Bayern. You know why he's talking to Bayern, dude? Because if any English team goes near him, apparently there's 70 million on his head. You got to pay 70 million if you want Mark Gay. Look at them. They bought Dyer. Now they're getting Gehi. What is this? Getting all these English players to defend for them. I don't see why we didn't take the Qatar money. So disappointed. They would have cleared the debt and started afresh. Why it's very simple. Moral high ground. Litterson is saying nowadays United main problem is goal scoring. We we aren't able to score. In the Ole era, we always used to outscore opponents. Exactly, Litterson. But they didn't like counteracting football. We didn't have a style of play. You know, it wasn't modern. It wasn't the United way. All these influencers and pundits and whoever else. These were the excuses used. Some lot of fans even was feeling the same way. Well, now look at the style and look how attacking we are now, and look at how the style of play now. I'll tell you something, Litterson. I had this discussion with the chat maybe 2 weeks ago. One thing as a Manchester United fan that we suffer from, right, is we do not know what we have until it's gone. We do not know what we have until it's gone. And it's a problem with an old fan and a young fan and any other fan in this club. We always think we are better than we are. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to prove it at the moment. Burnley will play. Sorry about that. Burnley will play peak haram ball. They're staying above us. Can Siko Kone start in the first team next season or not? Well, Nikesh, from what we have been told, he's going to play at Lausanne, which is in Switzerland. It's a sister club of Ineos. That is what we have been told. Could change. Mangi, is he still at Luton? I believe he is, yes. He might not be now. He might go to a championship team after they've got relegated again, but let's see. Bayern equals Crystal Palace 2.0. Olise. Gehi. Why these days, even for more than average players, clubs are demanding like 90 million for Sesko? Because everyone's trying to make money, dude. They don't know when they're going to get the next talented player. They are trying to make the money now because they don't know how good the players are going to be in the future. It kind of makes sense, Akshat, if you think about it. Because when is the next time you think you're going to get a player that costs that much? For example, when is the next time you think Brighton is going to get 120 million worth player? They'll get some 60s, they might even get some 70s, but when is the next time you think they're going to get 120 million pound player? So you take advantage of the fact that people are willing to pay, man. Simple as that. rightly or wrongly. Moral high ground and also Glazers being greedy. Glazers get somebody who's willing to manage the club and is running, hence the blame for its downfall. And if it works, they get the profits. Exactly. Supporting United, Punjab, and AC Milan is not exactly the best for one mental health, is it? I show velocity. It is not. It is not. Thoughts on Gakpo's link to Bayern? Makes sense, man. I mean, I don't know why he'd want to leave right now, Gladiator, but it makes sense. Everyone is trying to see. Everyone is see. I'll tell you one thing, whether people want to admit it or not. If you're going to Bayern, there's almost a guarantee you're going to win something. You know, last year was a great anomaly. You're going to win something if you go to Bayern. You know, if Gakpo wants to go, it might be for other reasons. It's a good deal though. When Bayern Munich come calling, it's always good to answer, man. You don't know what the future is going to look like. Bro, are we going for another goalkeeper? Not mentioned as of now, Nikesh, unfortunately. AC Milan, fan Milan, and Milan. Oh god. Bro, just remembered Evan Ferguson this season has been so bad for him. Exactly, Ayush. People were saying we'd have to pay 100 million for him if we want to get rid of him from get take him from Brighton. Now, how much do you think he's worth? Now, how much do you think he's worth? Not enough to be for people to be bothered. Not anymore. ETH winning that plate with Leverkusen. Nota, no Frimpong, no Words, and if they still win that whatever the hell that cup is called, the league title is called, that'll be crazy. That'll actually be crazy. Can we play with a false nine if we don't get a striker? I mean, we can use Cunha. Cunha has done that. I think we'll play Cunha number 9, dude. I'm telling you right now. He's played number 9, false 9, cam, and at the wing, depending on who the players on the pitch are. I know people are saying we got him as a 10, but if we don't get a striker, I have a feeling we'll push him up front for this season. Look for a striker next season once we improve our positioning and get more money. That's what I think. It'll be temporary, but I think we'll play him as a striker with Hoyland, rotate each other. But Bundesliga is booked for Bayern until and unless there's a new Xabi Alonso. Yeah, probably. And that's why Gakpo wouldn't mind going. That's what I was selling Gladiator. Just give ETH Onana and he will win. Ruchiri is already going to buy Flecken for 15 million. Only we think Brentford is a crap club, bro. Lots of people are trying to get a lot of people are trying to buy these Brentford players. I've always rated Frank, as you know, Ruchir. I would have taken him before when we knew Eric Ten Hag was going after the FA Cup. What did I tell you guys? I take Thomas Frank. People said he's not on the level, and today we are 15th. And Brentford are 8th. I don't think we should use the word levels until we earn it now. Moving forward, Ayush is saying Xavi Simons. Oh, my throat's already cracking up. Xavi Simons, another one. What advice does these agents give them to be left? PSG went back for 5 million. Now is on loan. No idea how some of these players work, dude. Tathagata, Tathagata. I hope I'm saying that right. Ganguly. Hey. Tathagata. God, I hope I not butchered your name. I want GT in the final. Final is in Ahmedabad, so if they come, it'll be an away match, so we will cook them. As a Bayern fan, we are not as fearful club we used to be before now. I don't think we have the same respect we used to have. Gladiator, I'm telling you right now, take it down in writing. Take it down in writing. You will win something next season, and that is at the end of the day. No matter what anyone wants to say, that turns people's heads more than anything. The money is great. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has a limited life cycle in this game. But the trophies is what is permanent. That money, you can take that 100,000 a week and make it 1 million in a month. But those trophies you can't buy. You can't buy those. Believe me, if you told Harry Kane, would you take 100 goals, career goals, and 5 of those Bundesliga trophies, or would you take 300 goals and 1 of those Bundesliga trophies? What do you think his answer would be? What do you think his answers be? Keep in mind he's third all time in the Premier League, right? Sorry, second now. What do you think his answer would be? He'd take all the trophies. Trust me. Chronicles of Onana must stop. I don't want anything but a keeper. Rishikesh, why is everyone obsessed with Stiller's nose? I have no idea, Rishikesh. I'll give you a fun fact. I haven't seen what Stiller looks like, but I keep reading this joke, which is ridiculous to me and hilarious. Sarthak is saying Cunha, Embuemo, Oshiman, Edison, Lukeba, Juan Garcia. Nathan, how would you rate this transfer window for Manchester United if it happens? For me, 10 on 10. 10 on 10. I would take out Oshiman, put Gyökeres, and that's it. Or if I get Visa, even I would be very happy. If I could take out Lukeba, I would get in Ait Nouri. But even if we get the same six you put Sarthak, I would take it 10 out of 10, 100%. Bro, I am such a big Mbamo fan. If you guys are on my FPL league, you all will know. Last 2 years, I think Mbamo has been my most selected and most played player in the FPL. Big fan. Love it. Love Thomas Frank's whole setup. So you are telling me you will take Franco Amram? If yes, we will never stop. No, 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 mistake. I didn't say that. I said when we found out Eric Ten Hag, last game was the FA Cup because it leaked. I was going to take Frank then because there was no talk about Amarim because they went to Ibiza and gave him an extension. As far as you and me knew, there was no Amarim in the picture. And also, you say we'll never stop suffering, but let me tell you something, dude. Thomas Frank has done a fantastic job with really limited funds. He's relied on Scandinavian talent and no youth academy. But yes, by the way, mistake. I'm sure you know this, but Brentford don't have a youth academy. They're a very small run club by a Scandinavian gentleman, I believe. They don't have a youth academy, and he's relied on Scandinavian players, and they've got to eighth. Dude. They've got to eighth. In January, Dortmund wanted Kevin Schad. They said you can take him for 50 million during the season. 50 million for Kevin Schad, dude. You know how crazy that is? 50 million. We will never stop suffering, bro. We wouldn't have finished in 15th even if we had Thomas Frank. But anyway, context is important. That was before the FA Cup final. That's when we were talking about this. That happens, I'll be very happy and might watch United next season. Stiller is a gem from our Bayern academy. As usual, our club never promotes our academy players. Pavlovic is an exception. Yeah, but you and like even Madrid doesn't do that a lot, do they? They make a lot of profit over their youth academy though. So Rhythm, I came late because I was attending the stream of Bayern Ka Londa. The Bayern Munich centric Indian streamer. Okay. That sounds interesting. No, it's fine. Now Dilap gone. Whom would you see as a potential target for a striker? Out of all the clubs that aren't going to Europe, I'm still saying Visa. Tathagata. Visa. He's the only one I think we can afford monetarily wise. I mean, so I just read out about half an hour ago on Eurofoot. Sesko is marked at 92.5 million pounds, not euros. Gyökeres wants Europe. Oshiman's wages are too crazy. I mean, João Pedro, he's too injury prone, man. It's tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. Maybe Vlahovic starts getting really desperate after a certain point, dude. By the way, why are United players currently visiting Mumbai? Why do you think, Gladiator? I'll give you one guess. And Vermo will turn United around. Oh, bro, you know who's going to be happy if that happens? Only United. Thank you so much. Tottenham winning cup and RCB one step away from the cup apocalypse. If you'll become AIFF president, what things will really change and who will you sign as a manager? What step will you take to play in the World Cup? Akshat, I don't watch Indian football, but I will tell you one thing I've learned living in Goa. I will absolutely, if I became AIFF president, I would figure out a way to increase the amount of football grounds in the country, create a proper grassroots structure in every state, not in states only where we feel like it. Create a strong, solid grassroots structure. Dude, I was in college for the university games in Goa. We weren't even playing on turf. We were playing on mud with stones on it, tiny, tiny stones. If the first significant thing India needs to do, is upgrade their grassroots program. That is all every single successful country that is successful in football has a stellar grassroots program. If we don't do that, we'll never improve. Sorry if that sounded harsh, but I'm telling you the truth because you asked. What do you think we get for Garnacho? Well, only United. If he keeps fighting with Garnacho publicly, he's going to go for free because he's just him. Both of them doing this to each other is just reducing his price tag because it makes us look desperate to sell him because everything's made public. If we get 40, I'll take it right now because I have a feeling if this continues, we might not get any money for him. Lithuanian is saying 2 to 3 years ago, we were able to spend 200, 300 million on players without any major saying. Now we can't. What's the major reason behind it? Because Lithuanian is very simple. Every year we were told that it's going to get more and more difficult to do this. But every time we were told that we spent 300 million and no one believed because they could paper over the cracks. This year there is no cracks to paper over. We have no cup to offset any of the losses. We have no new sponsors to offset any of the losses. It's finally caught up to us. It's simple as that. Yeah, I think Lukaba has a really high ceiling, and imagine what a duo Euro and Lukaba will be absolutely fire. Like I said, 10 on 10 if we get those, for sure. Get Gyökeres, Osimhen, and Mbemo and a goalkeeper, and you still have to look at wing backs. Yeah. Rishikesh is saying the problem with our squad, they're very limited in their comfort zone. Players like Garnacho, Rashford, Dallo, etc. doesn't fit into any modern system or PL. What did I eat? Dal and rice, bro. Jugal, how much in total we get for Sancho, Anthony, Rashford? 90? 90? But 40 for Rashford, 35 for Anthony. And we'll be lucky if we get 15 for Sancho, I can't lie. Unless Saudi comes and does us a favor. CR7X Yamin, hi, hello. Visa is a very good player, bro. I like him. What are your opinions on Mateta? Tathagata, very simple. Europe, not possible. If you don't mind me being blunt, that is the answer. Add 20 million to whatever you thought we'd have to pay for him just because he's in the Europa League. And Crystal Palace won't let them go because how much money are Crystal Palace going to have? They have to bolster their squad for Europa League as well. If they don't do any major sales, the only money they have is the money incoming from being in these tournaments. So they are not likely to just get rid of players. You're going to have to pay really over for it. If someone wants Ezzy, I bet you someone will have to pay at least 85. At least. Even if you think he's worth 60. Academies are the biggest need at the moment in our country. Exactly. Academies, grassroots football. In school, in college, as low as you can go. According to a report published by the Football Benchmark Group, which analyzes club valuation, Manchester United is valued at 4.2 billion. It's the third largest club in the world after Real Madrid and Man City. How do you and Mo get to know each other? On YouTube, dude. On YouTube. That's it. One day I just was on a stream. I think it was over a year ago, and then the rest is how it is. Just through regular conversation on X actually. India is a very big country, and AIFF budget will not allow them to do that. So what can be done that is affordable? It cannot. That's what I'm trying to say, Akshat. This is what needs to be done to make it affordable long term. This is the thing that needs to be done to make it long term, because if you just invest at the top end, eventually your talent pool is going to diminish. Dude, in the 50s, we qualified for the World Cup. You know why? Because we all started at around the same level in the 50s. You know what happened after the 50s? Everyone's level kept going up and ours didn't. And we focused on things like hockey, where we would get team gold medals. Lot of Indian players have got Olympic gold medals. So we focused on that then. Then cricket came in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and cricket has never dropped off. It is an emphasis on other sports that has affected cricket, football, and the difference between cricket and football is cricket has significantly more grass. You are talking about budgets, right? Imagine what the budget is for cricket in this country. The thing is, it was put in at a young early time. If we did that with football, it would be the same level, but we didn't, and that's the thing that's going to get us up. This is why we are so good in cricket. Granted, not the same amount of teams play cricket for sure, but the reason we are good in playing cricket is because we have invested in our youth and created an infrastructure to thrive. If you're a Ranji cricket player, you can make a living. Some Ranji cricket players get more paid more than people working in MNCs in this country. Ranji cricket players, engineers, Ranji cricket players can get paid that much. So think about it. That is how much money is invested from a really long time from a really low level. That's what we need. That's what every sport needs in any country, by the way. I'm just not using football because we are talking about football in India. Main problem with Indian football is players are happy in ISL. They don't want to go abroad, and why would they get? Why would they? They get paid 3 to 5 crores here. Exactly. It's all top end. It's all top heavy. The football in India, the structure. Amarin didn't fight with Ghana publicly. Whatever he said in closed door, and that was his job. Problems. How these news articles pick up things that happen in the changing room. It's a great point, Rishikesh. But my point is now that it is known, unfortunately, the market value goes down. Hey, Shanks. Excuse me. Or some United players in Mumbai, can we go like see them some? I don't think so, Snail. I think they'll be off by then. It was like some PR thing. I think if you knew in advance, you could meet them, Snail. If you're in Mumbai, then I don't know how you'd able to find out. Maybe it is on their official website or something. But it's a quick trip because they will meet up with the players in Hong Kong and leave. Actually, you know what? If Maguire, Onana, and Dallo don't play tomorrow, which I don't see how it's possible, they are probably just going to take their flights and go on holiday. Because why would they go to Hong Kong to do what if they're not going to play? How bad a situation is. I just hope the cocky United fans remain shut for a season or two. I think Amar is also looking a bit mid in the last few games. Maybe it's because of the players around him, but still, I don't know if we can solely rely on him on that wing. That's what I'm trying to say, Sarthak. No one knows how to play this system. The preseason is going to be extremely telling to a lot of people. Are saying the 6 months we've got was an indication of how good these players are going to be or who fits the system. I don't agree because they don't have actual time to implement it in real time. Every 3 4 days we have a game. There is no real time to actually implement learning the system. This preseason will be the indication of which players actually fit or don't, and this is the only time we can determine it. During in November, when no one is getting a break, it's not possible to determine if these people can fit the system or not. So let's see how they are 1 month into training. They don't have any matches, they don't have to do any interviews, they just have to sit and train. Let's see what happens. Thing is that Garnacho is the one who spoke out and he has a history of speaking out, him and his brother. These are the kind of players you must stay away from. Garnacho's brothers really created damage, bro. Seriously. Keka, Eric Ten Hag's Bayer Leverkusen are discussing Anthony and Garnacho internally. God, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love it. Garnacho loves Ten Hag. You'll never make it big with this attitude. Tilap gone, fair play, Matata then. We can hope. But I still think he's going to be 20 more than what his market price would be because of Europa. Which means I think we'll be priced out of it. What if Mbomo picks Castle? Can we go from Mastan to owner and just hope he adapts a PL quickly? We'll have to do something like that, Rishikesh. Also, I'll be quite depressed. One more like the best two I can think of in India, YouTube India. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oli United. Nitesh Chanda. Hello, Nitesh. Good evening. I feel Frank is a great coach, but I feel only League Cups or top fours maximum. Not someone who could win the PL or UCL. Same I say about Eddie Howe in Newcastle. I may be wrong, but it's my feeling. I mean, listen, you could be right, you could be wrong. We'll never know until it happens, right? It's a fair assessment, I think. It's a fair assessment. Hello, Arnold. It's been a while. Hello, Rajat. It's also been a while. Yeah, but how about Stan Larson? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Wolves is willing to lose all their team, dude. If apparently Aid Nouri is going to City. Depends on how many players they want to get rid of as well. Otherwise, they're just going to hike up the prices. I don't deny that. I stopped favoring the moment he liked a criticism post on Leacher that was lower than pathetic for me. I mean, he's a child, guys. He's a 20-year-old kid that has a 1-year-old kid. Just take that into consideration. I know it's not your life, but take it into consideration. Imagine being a father at 19 years old, playing for the biggest club in England, and getting really badly criticized by a lot of people every day. Just think about it. I'm not telling you to excuse his behavior, it's not excusable, but just remember he's 20 years old with a child. We were watching the last game in the league, and people didn't realize that he has a kid. I told them, yes, that's Garnacho's son. They were like, really? He has a kid at 20? I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah. They got pregnant when he was 18, 19 and a half years old. I think his child is almost like one now. He just turned 20. Like, he's a young man, dude. A lot on his plate. A lot, dude. If we imagine if you were a father right now at 20 years old, forget all the pressure of being a United player. Just imagine you were a father at 20 years old. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. I have some sympathy, man. I have some sympathy. Life is very complicated. Yeah, we sit here and we say things are like white and black, but they're not white and black. They're not white and black. You have to give some nuance to it. You have to think about it. I know we don't want to. We are frustrated. Our team has played horrible. We are stressed. But these people are also human beings, dude. The one thing I loved yesterday, guys, is I went on Twitter, no, and everyone said this is really inhuman how we are treating these players. They are looking exhausted after 20 minutes of playing. They played less than 72 hours ago in England. They had to hop on a 10-hour flight, do PR, and then play again. I love that. At least people are being sympathetic. I felt so sorry for the players. The first time whole season I felt sorry for them was yesterday. It was it was unquestionably, inhuman to treat these people the way they're treating them for a payday, 8 million to play these two games. It is absolutely inhuman. Harry Maguire was dying on the pitch at 23 minutes. He looked like he was done. Nobody was running, no one cared. It was a tough watch, guys. And believe me when I tell you, tomorrow is going to be a tough watch. Because Malaysia and Hong Kong, it's the same weather, dude. And they are playing earlier. They are playing like an hour earlier. So they're going to play when there's a little more sun. It's a little more hotter. It's going to get really bad tomorrow. Mark my words. Watch and see. Will you take Bruno playing more like getting the lap? Kind of happy that the lap didn't come. Me too, Rajat. But if we get no striker, we probably all regret that. AIFF won't do shit about grassroots. When I played in school and uni, I was just small chains that are to by private clubs and academy. Exactly. Those are the only people that do anything. With how Garnacho performs and looking at his numbers, nobody would rate him as highly if he weren't a Man United player. His numbers go unnoticed in other clubs. My choice for striker now: one Gyökeres, two Sesko, three Osman because he might be gone in African games, an important part of the year, or else second for me and Blahovic. What happened to the Chelsea academy? Why are they building the team amongst our academy players? I have no idea, dude. Around our academy is Sancho, Palmer, Tosin, Lavia, Delap. I mean, I think it's just luck of the draw, dude. Luck of the draw at that point of time. They bought Lavia from Southampton. They bought Sancho from us. They got Palmer because Palmer didn't want to be a substitute. Tosin came from Fulham as a free agent, and now Delap. But Delap looked at Everton, came to us. Delap kind of got chopped everywhere. So it just happened, Nitesh, to be honest. It just happened. It's really luck of the draw. Did Maguire nutmeg that defender playing 5v5? He did. You said Cunha might be our temporary number 9, but I feel Mbemo will be our number 9. Cunha's. I mean, sure, that very possible mistake. But I'm just talking about who's coming right now. So far, the Mbemo thing is not advanced, and his head might turn playing for Newcastle. Dilap gone to Chelsea. I'm relieved. Watch tennis French Open going on. I know Snail, big Nadal fan, was in tears watching his send off. Absolute tears. I stayed up till 3 in the morning to watch Federer's farewell game where they played a doubles match. I was in absolute tears. The match ended around 3 o'clock, and then there was a farewell. Absolutely shattering. It was Instagram's most liked post at the time. I think it's been changed now again to something else. Completely in tears. I was a Nadal guy, dude, and watching Federer retire made me sad. Imagine what it did watching Nadal get memorialized. Beautiful, beautiful idea, by the way, by Roland Garros. That was a beautiful concept. I love that. It's about finding a right manager. Flick managed only 1 year and one domestic trouble, and Amram came in the middle, but still. 17th on the table. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. People won't look at it like that, though, Akshat, to be honest. People happy that we lost Delap should be a where we may end up with no one and play Xerxes in that case. Yeah, that's the only thing, Suraj. I also didn't want Delap, but that's exactly what I said. I said if we get no one, we're going to regret that. That's a fact. We'll take Dango, play more as attacking 10 midfielder. Don't sign another attacking midfielder 10. Dango's got to get game time, dude. He's been injured and he's been playing in the under 21s or under 23s. He's got to get actual game time to see how he plays. Otherwise, he might go on loan. Play Obi instead of Rasmus if we don't get any striker. I mean, we're going to have to do that, Shanks, if we don't. There's only going to be two of them. Nitesh, why are you using my name? To be honest, I don't mind playing Bruno Fernandes as a striker. Okay, let's not get crazy, people. Add to that, not educated. I mean, yeah. What would be your realistic hopes? What would be your realistic hopes with this summer window? I believe we should sell Bruno if we're getting 100 million for him. I think both parties need a fresh start. Bruno also deserves. I agree with the last part, but apparently the value has been dropped down to 80 million, Sarthak, and I ain't paying 80 million for Bruno. And I'll tell you why. We can't get a Bruno like replacement for 80 million. There's nobody we are going to buy that's going to give us 39 GA next season, dude, whether we play well or not. Don't be surprised if two players can't make 39 GA next season, whether we sell Bruno or not. And I don't trust these owners to spend the 100 million on players. I just don't. There is no proof to trust them, Sarthak. To be completely frank with you, I agree with what you're saying. The latter half, I agree, but as a Manchester United fan, I do not trust these owners to use this money, bro. They don't want to. They don't want to spend. What was that? There was some lady who was improving our penalty taking. She was getting paid 175,000 a year, and we never lost a penalty shootout while she was in charge and improved David De Gea's penalty saves. It was like a micro. What was it called, man? It was like some lady who's looking like watching micro movements to help with penalties. As soon as she got sacked, we lost to Fulham on penalties. You know that? I just learned that yesterday, dude. So these people, they aren't willing to spend 175k a year on someone to help us improve on penalties. What are they going to do when we get 100 million? You think they're going to spend it all on players? I don't think so, bud. I have to be honest. I don't think so. Saudi's not what Bruno deserves. Maybe Bayern or Juve, but not Saudi. Yeah, that's also a good point. Are you going to meet Maguire? No, absolutely not. I'm definitely wherever Onana is, I'm not going to meet them. Humidity and temperature is going to kill them, bro. They're going to be in real trouble tomorrow. If you thought Malaysia was hot, at least they started playing after 8. Here they're going to be playing around 7 o'clock. They're going to be in real trouble. Bayern and Juve are not paying that money. That is true. Get Harry Maguire autograph and take Jared Bowen. No, thank you. I would take Jared Bowen though. If I were Delap, I would have gone to Everton. That would have been a good progression of his career, but he's ambitious. Yamal 17, Kobarsi 17, Bernal 18. Barca couldn't win anything last year. Nobody rated that team because of just one transfer, but the kids pulled through. Gavi is hated, he performs. I'm empathetic towards Garnacho. I do understand he's not developed into a player. Dude, he's not even Rishikesh. If I may say this, no, he's not even developed into a man. He's 20 years old. He's not even developed into a man. Bitching own mates is not something I can appreciate. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I totally get it. But just realize he's not even a man yet. He's not even a man, and he's already a father, which is crazy. But life's life. Thing is, these kids will perform as long as they enjoy their football. And Garnacho thinks playing time is his right. At his young age, he needs to find that enjoyment and right attitude. I agree. I agree with these comments. About that. I think we ain't getting any number 9, but somehow we'll make the MMO deal happen. I'll take it. Don't agree with Nacho doing all these interviews and disrespecting Ruben. I don't agree, especially not criticizing him so much publicly. Fair enough. Fair enough. Barca's are a better place with good tactics, but bro, the kind of goals Garnacho misses can't be excused considering younger players finish those chances and he's playing his third season in the top tier. He's also rushed, isn't he, Ruchir? If he had better players, he wouldn't be playing so much regular football. He got one full season because Rashford performed his worst. That is one season he got. This season he got because there was no Rashford. In the first season, he got promoted by he was changed alternatively with Rashford. Second season, Rashford fell off completely, and third season, Rashford was in here. He got pushed because he didn't have anyone to nurture him into the player he should be. To that is unfortunate for him. Myself, huge Novak fan. That Federer interview just after retirement match was emotional. Despite not being a Federer fan, Nadal's retirement was very emotional because Rafa, great. Exactly, dude. It makes it all. Novak Djokovic is the only one left. Once Novak Djokovic retires, the four kings are done. I mean, Andy Murray is not really a king, but you know what I mean. Like the top four, dude. The top four that were top four forever. Once Novak Djokovic retires, it's gone. Dude. Now everybody plays. When you watch them play now, you're like, yeah. Everyone's like Carlos Alcaraz, Carlos. I'm like, come on, man, come on. Phenom's a word everyone uses nowadays, bro. Give him a few years and then give him a title. Yeah. Give him a moniker if you want. Give him a few years, but that day I remember watching. Was it U.S. Open? Carlos Alcaraz coming soon, and then he got like knocked out in the third round. I'm like, bro, you're putting way too much pressure on this kid, man. Let him move. One prediction: if we end up to top four next year and Chelsea don't be ready, Palmer will be coming to his dream club. Mistake. I told Almighty Blues the same thing. He's a United fan. I don't know why I feel Cole Palmer is going to come to United. It's crazy, but it's true. I do feel that way. Watching Novak's second round French Open match versus Mute along with the stream. Awesome. So we are going to be done soon, dude. Don't worry. You can continue with that. I'm going to be tomorrow here for the Hong Kong game. You can join me for that then. That's my point. Missing is part and parcel of the game, but Garnacho has not shown any improvement in decision making and finishing. I agree with that. So, in my opinion, Garnacho is looking to become a star. He needs to realize he has potential only because he has lots of learning to do. He thinks he's the finished article. If you have a child, you directly become a man. It does not depend. No, Akshat, that's not true at all, buddy. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Some people have kids at the wrong time, dude. You can't become a man just because you have a child. Gasperini will become the new Rona manager, okay? Still, fans are being harsh on him. Roma manager, sorry. Okay. Here I am, 30, escaping my parents whenever the marriage topic. Exactly. I'm sure you can understand that, then, Rishikesh. PSG are going all out on Mastan to we are missing another target. Bro, I don't know how these people have money to do all this crap, dude. See, the 100 million buys, and they just keep buying players every year. Apparently, they might be interested in Greenwood even off. Greenwood finished one GA tied on goals with Dembele and one GA behind Dembele in the French league. If they imagine if they get him also, I know, but I would have taken 80 million for Bruno because he's already 30. If we stretch it for another year or two, he might not get anything. I believe we can bring two signings with that and be hopeful. The thing is, Sarthak, I don't trust our owners. The way they have been using the money as of late is quite worrying. They have engineered the Alvaro Fernandez deal where even if Benfica sell them for 50 million, we'll get less than 10 million for ourselves. And the Sancho deal was an obligation to buy, but it's obviously not an obligation. If they choose not to buy, they only pay 5 million. If they choose not to buy, they should have at least paid 20 million out of the 25. What's in it for us? It's a loss to us. We think he's going, and then he just comes back to the club. It's crazy. Palmer will come to United. Be it next year, a year later, he's coming for sure. God, bro. I'm going to be doing a lot of this to troll people then. Allegri confirmed as Milan coach. Yes, we found out yesterday, Snail. So, personal question: are you going or a Malu? I'm a going. Rishikesh, I'm a going. Roma will finally rebuild now onwards after season B. Ranieri this season. Bro, I thought Ranieri was retired, right? Didn't he? He just came back. It's mad. Anyway. Alright, guys, I've caught up with the chat. I will see you guys tomorrow. We've been on for over 1.5 hours now. It was only supposed to be a 1 hour stream. Bangalore cut it really short. I thought I would be out by now, but I'll be off. Thank you for joining. I will see you tomorrow, 5:30. Oh my god. Bro, I think instead of watching the game, we should just come and chill. I don't want the stress of watching these people play Hong Kong, dude. I'll be honest. I have no interest in watching them play Hong Kong. So I think that's what we'll do. Roma, wait. I don't know, bye, but you guys are not signing a very good and reliable manager, I think. Yeah. Now that Rafa retired, any new player that you like now? No, Snail. That's why I fell out of love with tennis 7 months. It's really sad. Those rivalries was what made it great. It's tough to watch sports when you're invested so much in one player, dude. Like I don't see any spark in any of these players, dude. This Alcaraz guy, we're gonna see, dude, but I'm not convinced. On He's a very talented young player, but when you put people on a pedestal prematurely, you automatically don't want to root for them because you just think sometimes people try to find the next big star. Not saying he's not going to be the next big star, but you got to give him a few years, dude. The way they push him, even in ads on TV in India, the way they push him, no people, you'll think like he's like this undefeated in 5 years tennis player, bro. Like it's just not realistic expectations of such a young player. Like you have to give them time, bro. They need a star. Novak Djokovic is going to retire any moment now. They're desperately trying to create a star, and I don't think it works like that, man. Stars are born; they are not made in sports. You can't make stars, bro. You can't force people to like tennis players or any sports person for that matter. It just doesn't work. Would you take Palmer versus Summers? Come on, bro. Palmer all day, baby, all day, just for the celebration, dude. Just for the celebration. Turn up the AC. It's cold out in here, dude. Turn it up, not turn it down. It needs to get colder. But I think we will be able to ship Sancho for 20 million anywhere in Bundesliga or Serie A, and we are getting 5 million penalty money. So it makes sense. I hope so, Sarthak. I hope so. I'm waiting now to see what Maresca is going to do. That's why I'm saying we have to wait till June 1st. No decisions going to be made until June 1st kicks in. All the loans, all the free agencies, all the clauses, they all only kick in after this quote unquote season ends, which is normally June 1st. So let's see what happens. Until then, it's all hearsay. Hong Kong 4, Manu 2. Fuck. 158th in the world, dude. I'm stressing out already. Can't lie. Who would you take from Jude, Palmer, Musiala, Wirtz? Rate from 1 to 4. Jude, Wirtz, Palmer, Musiala. Just because Musiala bloody took German citizenship. Go screw yourself, dude. Hi, Maxi. Maresca loves Sancho, but Chelsea bot don't. Yeah. The common sense people don't. Good night, guys. Yeah. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We've done almost 2 hours now, which is great. I'll see you tomorrow for the Hong Kong game. Take care, guys. Good night. And I'll see you in the next one.